A state legislator who represents parts of northern Charlotte and Huntersville is switching her party after being defeated in the primary. Voter records and the state legislature website show Representative Carla Cunningham, who was a Democrat, has switched her affiliation to unaffiliated. Cunningham has been the District 106 representative for 7 terms, but she lost her seat in the primary last month and will leave office when her current term is up. As of last night, the state legislature changed her profile on its website. Representative Carla Cunningham is now officially listed as unaffiliated. We have reached out to her for more information, but so far we have not heard back.